In this video, I'm going to show you guys an unedited version of me talking about why your KD does not matter and it does not define you as a player. Because anyone that thinks their KD matters and really, like, if their KD is above 1.2, that does not matter because you will never become the full potential of yourself. So stick around until the end of the video. Again, this video is not scripted. This is going to be all my raw thoughts, so let's get right into it. So everyone knows that KD is kills to death ratio. Everybody wants a positive KD. No one really wants a negative KD. So if you're watching this video right now, you're probably looking how to get a higher KD, how you can do that quickly, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen over one good game because that's not how your KD works. But I want you to focus less on the number. You got to stop looking and checking your profile every single time. Man, I got a 1 point, I got a 0.9, I got a 0.8, I got a 1.1. Screw that, man. Who cares what other people think about it? If you really care about, oh wait, what if my teammates, oh, when they see my profile, they're gonna think I'm a good player. Because no, screw that, dude. Like, I tell you right now, good teams will not want to pick you up because you have a good KD. They'll pick you up because how you play in game, how much you're contributing to the team, and how you can overall perform as a player. They could care less about your KD. You could have a 0.8, but be the best Monty, your support player ever, you know? So let's get right into kills. So kills, I broke into down. We're going to go over kills and deaths and then a combination of the two. So make sure you watch until the end of the video. So kills, aim, right? So aim means basically, if you want to get more kills, you're going to have to click more heads. So let's write that down. Click more heads. So if you want to click more heads, you have to hit those headshots. How to get better headshots? Find a better sensitivity. How to get a better headshot as well, you know. Aiming, you know, sometimes even just aiming for the head, adjusting that aim from body level to head level. A good tip for aiming head level is practicing against a barricade. You'll see the buckle right when you look at the buckle of the barricade, and you'll be able to see that, and that's basically the head level. So try aiming at that and kind of have that mental buckle in your head when you start playing the game and you see like door frames and all that. So to get also more kills, you know, just that leads over to winning more gunfights. So I think this is a very vague general idea, but that's literally how it is. So you have to break it down. Gunfights, one-on-one. Who's gonna win that one-on-one in a game like Rainbow Six? Information. And by getting more information, that means droning more, or maybe having someone else drone you, or just having that extra step ahead. Maybe having like a Zofia stun to have that extra ability, you know, utility. Utility also very helps. I said utililla. Okay, so what I mean to say right now is you have to look at your kills and death ratio and break it down. I'll say that many times in the video, but once you start to break down your problems, you'll see what is like going wrong. Some of you are like, oh, I want a positive KD, but you can't. You don't know how to go positive. So again, break down aims and gunfights. Now, when it comes to gunfights, that also leads into your deaths. Let's say you're not able to win that and you lose a lot more of those gunfights. Maybe you have to position yourself better. Like also, you know, also like the aim. And most of the time for your devs, it's not even, sometimes it might not even be your fault. It might be the players you're playing with as well. But remember, do not blame your teammates for your devs most of the time. Most of the time, it's always on you because you put yourself in that situation to die. But sometimes your teammates could have been watching a flank and you just happen to die. Move on, get over it, who cares? So remember, lack of accountability, I believe is what I want to say. Responsible accountability. So, and the next one is not thinking smart. When you're not thinking smart, you end up dying, right? Everybody knows that. So a way to think smarter is to basically know the right way, you know? That might sound really simple, but that's just how it is. You have to know the right, what's the right way of an outcome, and you have to play the game a lot, and that'll tie into the combination. So we'll talk about it in a bit, but know the right situation by watching pro players, streamers, and better players basically. So if you can learn how the game is supposed to be played correctly, then you'll definitely be on top of that. I don't mean just like, oh, you know, go into the building, drone, plant the bomb. No, I meant like game sense, like mini stuff like that. So by thinking smart, you also have to slow it down, be less nervous, you know, all that kind of stuff. You have to like see how I'm breaking things down a lot. Like I'm tearing things down. There's always two different things you could have done better. That's why this game is really easy to get good at sometimes, but there's just so much to learn. So you just always have to be better than yourself yesterday. So I think we've covered enough of KD and all that kind of stuff. Let's move on down to combination. So this is basically kind of the juice of the steak, the prime, the bone of the steak, you know, the best part of the steak. Never mind. All right, so positioning. We did cover about this during the other topics, but I think positioning and game sense are probably the biggest factors of KD in my opinion. So positioning, if you want to get better positioning, know map knowledge, know the common spots to sit in, all that kind of stuff, common angles. Make sure you're in the upper hand of knowing where the common spots are and how you can play against that. So another thing is your movement. I did make a movement guide, but this is movement is probably extremely hard to improve at, which I think a lot of players struggle with. But if you put enough practice in, I believe you'll be able to accomplish it. So if you want to learn how to move better, I will leave the info card in the top corner of the screen, or you just click on my channel and see the video for yourself. Not too long ago, already has over 1,000 views. So let's go. The next thing I want to talk about for positioning is information on the enemy. If you don't have information on the enemy, then you don't really know the best way of how to counter that enemy's position and movement. So having droning, all that kind of stuff is very important. So moving on to the next thing is game sense. So game sense is literally like everything. It's just like a big part of the game, because it means every situation, everything that can happen, that is game sense. So learning how to play the best out of every single situation is very hard, and even pro players struggle to do that. That's why they're practicing every day to sharpen their game sense to be as good as they can possibly be. And that's what I want to talk about as well for potential. If someone on your team or any other kind of player really judges you by your KD, those are the kind of players you don't want to surround yourself with, because those are the kind of players that will never find the full potential in themselves or any other people that play this game. So I want you to always think about that. If someone judges your KD, just know, hey, they're not even the best player that they can be. Why are they judging you and how you can play, you know? So I don't think about that. And I think game sense is always practiced by losing. By losing a lot, you'll know the wrong outcome of a situation, and you can play better off of that. This applies for like almost every single thing you do in this game. So game sense. What else do I want to cover? Knowing the best move for every situation. Okay, I don't mean every single situation, but basically when it comes to jumping in the window, entering a building, all that kind of stuff, checking your angles, that's all. Everything is game sense. Everything is that little part. So remember, like when you die, then you end up playing, either you end up playing that wrong, or you put yourself in that position to get that death. So let's run it back one more time. I know this was probably a really sloppy video, but there's just so many things I want to talk about that this is kind of a brief video of what I want to make for KD, and I'll definitely break more videos down into helping you guys get better every day. So remember, KD means kill to death ratio. Everybody knows that. To get more kills, you need to click more heads, your sensitivity, and your overall aiming skills. And your aiming skills will help you win more gunfights. Those one-on-one situations, having more information on the enemy, droning more, and utility, how you can have that upper hand in the gunfight. So sometimes not having the upper hand in the gunfight will lead you to more deaths. And those deaths mean like bad positioning, bad aim, and lack of accountability, and execution as well. So when you have that lack of awareness, you begin not thinking smart, and making those really dumb plays does get you killed. So by knowing the right outcome out of most situations, like game sense, and watch how others smart players play, like streamers, better players, all that kind of stuff. And once you know how they play, you sometimes see that they play sometimes a lot slower, and they really take their time with the game, and they don't just run in like it's Call of Duty. like it's fucking D-Day or something, you know. So the next thing is less nervousness. When you're not thinking smart, you're probably sometimes being nervous can really play a factor into that. So ending all of that, overall, you should always know that positioning and game sense will help you raise that KD. So if you ever feel stuck, think of positioning and game sense. How can you break those down, and what do you know that you're doing wrong and you really need help with that? Don't ignore it. Don't be like, okay, I'm perfect, I'm good at everything. No, that's gonna make it harder for you to learn. Once you know that you suck at the game, then you will know what you suck at, and you can work on that a lot easier. And then it makes it a lot easier to ask questions from other people as well. So positioning and game sense. One more time. So for positioning is map knowledge, movement, and information. Remember, all of this, game sense and positioning, take a long time to learn in this game. Whether that's maybe almost a year of playing the game, you just have to know. You have to compete with other people who've been playing as long as you, possibly even longer, that become better than you. And that's why you gotta keep learning every day. You're gonna lose a lot. Knowing the best move out of every situation is just staying optimistic, keeping your head up, and just know one more time, guys, your KD number does not mean anything. It means just as much just as much as the dirt on my shoe. Just remember, I will always say that to you, because I'd rather pick a player that has a .8 KD but calls out with his team and works together and strives to be better every single match. I'd rather choose that guy over some branded Ashman that does not want to join Discord and just won't work with us, because this makes us lose a lot more matches if he can't get the right frags, that more impactful plays. So I hope this video did help you a little bit in driving in the right direction. I know this video is a little bit long and a little bit more sloppy, but I just feel like this KD is just, there's just so much effort I could put into one video that I'd rather just make into many other videos to reach more people, and also to take different perspectives on KD and just game sense, aim, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see all of that, just make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll upload every single day, stream highlights, you know, more tip videos and advice like this to help you guys get better at the game. Again, my name is Athieno. Please follow me on Twitch. I stream almost every single day. I upload every day on YouTube, and I post every day on Instagram and TikTok. We just hit over 1,000 followers on Instagram and 10,000 on TikTok. You guys are nuts. And also don't forget to follow my Twitter to know when I go live on Instagram, Twitter, to know when I go live on Twitch. I'll put on the Instagram stories and tweet it out, all that kind of stuff. So long ass video, but appreciate you for watching the video, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day.